This is an introduction to the Forest Manufacturing Model 2054R roll saw, bandsaw for cutting rolls. This is an evolutionary design. We have a smaller machine, the Model 236R, also a roll saw, same basic concept. The difference is just a matter of size and available features. The Model 236R is built with 14-inch wheels. It can carry a 3/4-inch blade. The Model 2054R is built with 20-inch diameter blade wheels. It's perfectly happy to carry a 1-inch blade, and in some cases 1 1/4 inches blade. The bigger blade allows you to cut a bigger workpiece. And the machine is in all manner larger. We can have a larger horizontal throat, larger weight capacity. We can do things like powered table drives. So the quick version. Again, this is a machine for cutting rolls. This is a roll of refractory ceramic fiber insulation material. To support the workpiece here, we have a pair of roller conveyors. We have 2 roller conveyors, folded them up into a V. Allows us to move the workpiece easily, and it holds the workpiece square to the blade, so we know we're getting a straight cut. To set the position of the blade, we have our precision workpiece positioning fence. Run that back and forth to get the distance to set the workpiece. You can either set the distance to the blade, the fence space, run the workpiece in, or you can start with this all the way over, make a cut, and then say you want to make a 4-inch wide piece, move the fence 4 inches. The Model 2054 comes with a lot of other fun things. As standard, it comes with a pneumatic blade tensioning system. So I've got an air switch on the back here, so I can detension and retension the blade very easily. Pneumatic blade tensioning makes it fast and easy to properly set and maintain your blade tension, and I have reports back from customers that it gives a longer blade life. Of course, it also makes it much faster and easier to change the blade out and then reset the proper blade tension. This machine has a fairly manual setup. It's got a manual control valve. It's got a plain motor starter with overload. So you have a start-stop button over there. You have a start-stop button under here. And the table, of course, is a manual traverse table. The size of this machine, this one is sized to handle about a 42-inch diameter roll. We can make them taller. It is sized to cut off maximum 50 inches. The idea is this is meant for, say, a 8-foot long roll. Worst case is you want to split that into 2 pieces, 4 and 4. So the fence can go 48 inches plus 2 left of the blade. We can make these up to a 60-inch fence throat. This one's rated about 400 pounds of workpiece load on the roller conveyors. We can also make those higher capacity rollers. But if you're moving more than a 400-pound workpiece up here, you would probably also want to go to a powered table drive. This has the manual table drive. Powered table drive does just what you think. We put a motor and a drive belt on there, so you have a variable control powered feed. Other features here, the upper blade guide is mounted on an adjustable post with a guard. And the idea, of course, is you don't want to touch the blade, so you guard the part of the blade that you're not using, and you want to reduce this free span of blade. So unlock it, lower the upper guide until it's just above your workpiece, lock it in. As I mentioned, this is a size cut of maximum 42-inch diameter roll. I am 6'4". I wouldn't want to reach any higher than this. If you do want a taller machine, we have the option to power this, put a motor on it so you can move it up and down with a switch from the control panel instead of having to maybe stand on the table. I don't recommend standing on the table. I'm not saying I've never done it, I'm saying I don't recommend it. So you could have this wider, longer, deeper, powered table drive, all the features available on most of our vertical saws. This one will also get a laser guideline light, and it just wouldn't be a video unless I do some kind of test cut. The material I have today is material I've cut before in some of my other videos, specifically the Model 236R video. It is a ceramic fiber insulation material. Previously I cut this with a scallop edge knife style blade. That other blade is the correct blade for this application. The scallop edge knife style blade looks just like a bread knife, such as you might have at home in the kitchen. It leaves a beautiful, clean, dust-free cut. Cuts quite nicely, but it is a more expensive blade and it will dull more quickly. Basically, since it is a knife and you're cutting, in this case, ceramic fiber with it, it will go dull. It lasts something like a week or two, I've been told. So it's not like it just goes dull after 2 or 3 cuts, but they do go dull more quickly than a hook tooth type blade. But how bad actually is a hook tooth style blade? Let's find out. The blade I have right here is a 1 inch wide, 3 tooth per inch hook tooth style blade. Something that you might use to cut lumber or thick plastic pieces or whatever. I would say it's normally the wrong blade to cut this, but let's see how wrong it is. So we're tensioned up. Oh, this hook tooth blade is going to make dust. So we've got the dust collection system hooked up. We have provision for connecting a dust system below the table, roughly at the point where the blade is just comes out of the workpiece just under the table. Here, however, though, the blade will be exiting the workpiece along the profile of the workpiece or just under this V-cradle. So there's going to be a span of a couple inches after the blade exits the workpiece, but before we get to the dust collection system, some dust is going to get loose. But we're going to see what result we get. So we're tensioned up. I'm going to double check the air pressure real quick. Yeah, it's good. Rick, would you turn on the dust motor, please? Thank you. I've got a test cut set up. Let's go a little more. Take a little bit bigger bite than that. Start the saw. Cuts it no trouble at all. No surprise. Yeah, we did not capture all the dust. Let's see what we got. It's not horrible. So, obviously a little fuzzy. I think this was the start where I first started cutting. Fresh blade, had a little bit of oil and such on it, and that rubbed off on here, but got turned into a clean cut later. So it's not horrible. It's a little fluffy. Obviously it made some dust with the cut process, but it's not the worst thing. So if you do want to use a hook tooth style blade to cut a ceramic fiber material, you can keep a broom around. If you have any more questions or would like to discuss a specific application related to a roll saw or any of our other Bandsaw products, please feel free to call or email us at Forest Manufacturing. I thank you for your time.